All right, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. The fragrance I'm going to talk about today is listed as a fragrance for women. I don't give a rat's little butt. I wear it. Yes, I wear a women's fragrance. I said it. They should have put unisex on this thing, and darn it, I even think on some days it's masculine leaning. But we got to talk about it. Strap up. We're going for that ride.
Okay, doing it for two. I watch that head move side to side as I let this in into the room. You were on top, let's connect minds. Trying to get into a mood. We gon' be fine. Close up the blinds, no rush. Finish the food.
Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the evening. Today, from the house of Armaf. I wish we would have talked about this sooner because I'm so beyond this in my fragrance journey. However, I'm not beyond it in the sense that I won't wear it. It's just I've been carrying it forever. You know, sometimes you get going and you forget where you were. And this fragrance is so worth talking about, guys, especially when we talk about Armaf. This is Club de Nuit Intense for women. This is not a new conversation to many of you, but unless you're kind of digging and doing your research, a lot of people have been there, done that, and talked about this fragrance. I know Bowtie Fragrance Guy has mentioned this before, I think. Don't quote me on that. But why in the world would I go after a women's fragrance? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I think the kind of rose, vanilla, incense, patchouli, warm, spicy DNA, that kind of mystery man with flashes of rose and incense and patchouli and woods is sexy. It's part of the reason why fragrances like Spice Bomb Extreme, Spice Bomb Infrared, Victor and Rolf's Dark Leather, even though I never recommend you buy that fragrance because it's weak as all crap. Tom Ford Noir, Tom Ford Noir de Noir, Tom Ford Noir Extreme. All those type of sexy dark DNAs. Prada Black, Black Orchid, Bulgari Man in Black. Those type of DNAs, those rich, dark, yet sweet and undertoned with all this different goodness, whether it's florals or chocolate or spices or amber or patchouli or earthiness. This is one of those fragrances. And let me just tell you, if you're in the affordable category where you're really trying to make your dollar stretch and you're building your collection and you can't quite afford something like a Spice Bomb Extreme or a Tom Ford Noir or anything like that, man, is this an incredible option. $20. I mean, I think I even got this fragrance for like 10. I think I got it used. But I used to be so curious about this fragrance, and then I finally found a smoking hot deal for it. I wish I would have bought it way sooner, man. When you look at the Club de Nuit line, you know, Iconic, Sillage, Milestone, Intense Man, there's more than that, but still. This one gives everything a run for its money, because, I mean, you know, Creed Aventus and Millseam Imperial and Silver Mountain Water and all that and all that good stuff is good. But man, where is the dark, spicy DNA? Well, you got to travel over to Club de Nuit Intense Woman. And this is surprisingly, man, like there's no reason why they didn't list this as unisex. It's so good. I'm going to do an initial impressions of this. It's been a while since I've sprayed this thing. I'll put it on skin just for you guys. All my fragrance people out there. Man, the quality on this is nice. Very nice. I want to take you guys to the window before I break it down here. Top notes, we have rose, saffron, and geranium. Middle notes, we have nutmeg, pepper, violet, caraway. Base, patchouli, agarwood, oud, vanilla, amber. The base is really the majority of this fragrance. It does have some pepper. It does have some nutmeg. It does have some violet. It does have some caraway. It does have some saffron. It does have some rose. Geranium is the least apparent in this fragrance. This fragrance is extremely dark, heavy in patchouli, but not heavy in like a spicy patchouli. It's more subdued in this fragrance by like vanilla and violet and oud. But man, it's sexy. It's almost like it's very close, and this is somewhat blasphemous, but I don't care. I think it's at least 80% close to Maison Francis Kirkjohn's Oud Silk Mood. In fact, spoiler alert, I do have a combo for that fragrance. It's very close to Oud Silk Mood by MFK, with just the tiniest deviation in the direction of Tom Ford Original Noir, EDT or EDP. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is good, guys. This is like, it has a bit of funk. Not funk as in a nasty scent. A little bit of that oud, like, whoa. Like, it's hard to describe it. It's almost like a news car smell, ozonic, but it's way more warm and sexy and sweet and velvety in that regard. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like this ozonic feel of oud, like this fresh oud for greatness oud that's like cigar wrapped in, you know, saffron, violet, pepper, patchouli, and lots of vanilla and amber. Sexy date night killer. Sexy date night killer. I think it's perfectly unisex. I would even argue that on the dry down on skin, it's actually quite masculine. I think if they would have leaned more into the... Surprisingly, when you see notes like rose, saffron, geranium, violet, vanilla, you might look at that and think that it's a women-leaning fragrance. But I can tell you with all certainty that those louder, more projective, sweet, bright notes are actually quite small in dose on this fragrance. This is a lot more heavy in the oud patchouli, feel, with a little bit of sprinkling of rose and like some spice. It's almost like the evil twin of Oud Satin Mood. You know, Oud Satin Mood is sexy and it's loud and it's happy and it's romantic and you know, you're wearing your suit and your cuff links and you're turtlenecked out and you know what I mean? You're trying to butter your girl up like pretty boy style, you know? And this is like Oud Silk Mood, which is more like you walk up to the girl and you say, look, you're gorgeous. I just want to tell you, you look stunning. You look phenomenal. I got to have your number. I cannot walk out of here until I walk out of here with your number. Bare minimum. And she's giving you the number because you mean business. You got on a sexy fragrance and you know what you want. And she's ready for it as long as you look the part. You know, you walk in, you know, you tell her where we're going to eat tonight. You know what I'm saying? She's following your lead and she's totally fine to do it. Man, it's scary. Guys, I tell you, it's scary how close this is to Oud Silk Mood. It's really, really starting to scare me. Great performance, great sillage. Now, I will say this. The projection is maybe only like 3 feet, but it does have some incredible sillage to it, and the performance feels bare minimum 8 hours. I think on heavier sprays, you can go up to 10. Cold weather leaning, nightlife, cool weather, wintertime, fall. It's date night in a bottle. All the semi-formal occasions. You know what I'm saying? It's got a mystery element to it, but it still provides that sweetness, that allure. But it even has that oud funk to it, like a fresh oud for greatness funk. It's just, people who are really deep into fragrance refer to it as funk, but I can tell for like newbies in the space or newer people in the space, you would hear funk and think that it like a bad smell or a Finkel smell or gross. No. This is like some ozonic, fresh, almost slight animalic like spritz that almost feels like some new car smell or some like ozonic type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like you drive a Jag type of feel, like the new smell of walking into a fresh Jag or a Bentley or a Rolls Royce or something like that. And you smell like the leather in combination with the fabric and the metal and all that. Like it's got a funk to it. Funk is a positive term for most people when they're describing a fragrance they enjoy. Okay. I'm actually going to give this fragrance a 9 out of 10. It's really good, guys. It's really good. In fact, I want to layer with this. I want to put stuff with it more than I already have. By the way, a lot of you guys haven't even ever tried Oud Silk Mood. Oud Satin Mood is what everybody hears about and what everybody talks about. But Oud Silk Mood to me is one of the most slept on fragrances ever because it is just masculine power and seduction, alpha male type fragrance. Oud Silk Mood is pretty boy turtleneck suited up type of vibe. You know, you're trying to be poetic to the lady. You know what I'm saying? Oud Silk Mood is get in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like edgy. It's just a good fragrance, man. We talked about everything. I think on a fragrance like this, if you're trying to be conservative, 4 or 5 sprays. If you're trying to just dominate, go 8. Go 8, especially if you're going to be out for a long time. Go 8. You know what I'm saying? Step outside for half a second before you get in the car. Just let some air run through the body. Dude, this is a killer. This is a killer. I actually think this is masculine leaning. They really messed up calling this a women's fragrance. Women, don't be scared of this fragrance. I think it could fit you guys too, but this would be a 30 and up woman minimum. I almost want to say 35 and up for a woman because you got to have a certain type of elegance and boldness to you to rock this. This ain't no pretty sweet fragrance for you ladies. This is like a woman that dominates. Knows she looks good, independent, strong-willed, you know what I'm saying, with a little bit of swagger. This ain't Pretty Woman, you know what I'm saying? This is like Corella DeVille, you know what I'm saying, type vibes. Anyways, guys, 9 out of 10 for me, and that's a high rating for a clone, guys. High rating. I think they say this clone's Noir de Noir, but you guys just need to forget that entirely. I'm going to rewrite the script here. This is essentially Oud Silk Mood by MFK. Very close, like 95%. Just the tiniest bit darker. Oud Silk Mood's the tiniest bit fresher and lighter on the skin. But yo, oh my gosh. So good, guys. 9 out of 10 fragrance. You got to have it in your collection. If you're into this vibe, this is not blind buy worthy. In quality it is, but this is a DNA that might be challenging because if you're used to this kind of Gentleman Reserve Privé or this Spice Bomb, you know what I'm saying? It's those feel like little boys compared to a fragrance like this. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below. Have you tried this fragrance? Have you heard many people saying that men, have you seen many men buying this fragrance? Man, it's good. It's so good. I mean, this might easily be the most slept on fragrance in the Club de Nuit lineup, period. And it's one of the best, without question. To me, it beats out Iconic. It beats out Sillage. It beats out Milestone. Maybe it doesn't beat out Limited Edition Parfum or the Parfum version of Club de Nuit. But those are two completely different sides of the spectrum in terms of DNA. Yeah, guys, I'm going to stop saying, it's time to go. But definitely check out this fragrance. I think it's like 20, 25 bucks, but a lot of people, I think, buy this fragrance and it's a little too much for them. Like, they don't have enough hair on their chest to rock this, so they wind up selling it. Like, I think somebody sold this to me for like 10 bucks. Man, I made out like a bandit. Okay, guys, this was Club de Nuit Intense for women from Armaf, and this was a 9 out of 10. Beautiful pickup. Great addition to the collection, especially if you're someone that's going the more affordable route. If you have the money, get Oud Silk Mood or get Tom Ford's Noir Extreme or Noir de Noir or Original Noir EDP. I think this actually beats out Spice Bomb Extreme in a lot of ways, but Spice Bomb Extreme has its place. It's for the 25 and under crowd that wants to smell a little bit more playfully sweet. Nonetheless, this is the Scent Bubble. I hope you guys stay blessed, and until next time, peace.